Hey, what up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to episode number 164 of the Unknown Games Podcast, a show where we talk about video games.
Oh, sorry about that shit.
Oh, it's okay. We're still alive. We're still here. I'm still alive. I'm your host, Adrian, and the voice that you just heard from it, well, it still was Alex, technically.
Yo, what's up? It's me, your boy Alex. We're here for a good podcast, and subscribe on iTunes, like the video, sub on YouTube, tell your parents. How's it going?
Hey. Good. I gotta say thanks for allowing me to move the day. Yesterday I wasn't feeling too good. I finished up with my dental stuff. Finally, if you've been listening to the show, you know I've been in the dental office for the past 6-7 weeks. Like it's been
a journey. So all done now?
I'm all done, and like I go back every 3 months. There's technically one cavity that I have that's in such a hard place to get to. It's like a really small, it's super small, right? That the doctor was like, oh, well, I can get it, but I'd have to drill through like 2 healthy teeth to get there. Like the positioning was horrible. So they ended up putting some old remedy on top of it. And long story short, it should be good as long as I floss and brush responsibly.
Have you ever considered just like getting like dentures, like removing all your teeth?
Just removing them all. Dude, when I called my parents and I told them about it, about the root canal, they were like, yeah, once it starts, it's never going to stop. You might as well just remove them all. I'm like, no. No, I haven't. I don't want to. Not yet. Anyways, so I got home yesterday. I had some food from like a local store, like a mom and pop type spot. You know, it was a shrimp and egg sandwich. Really good. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, I am pretty sure I either got food poisoning or I am just got a food virus, a stomach virus, because that's still going. Anyways, everyone, we're not here to talk about food or anything like that. We're here to talk about Blue Protocol, which is a game that we both got to play, at least for the closed beta that happened over the weekend. So we're going to give our thoughts on that. It should be a pretty short show, pretty good one. We got to say thanks again if you are following or if you are subscribed to us on YouTube. We appreciate the comments and we appreciate the enthusiasm. Let us know what you want to hear us talk about, or even like go and do in Japan. If it's possible, we'll try to make it happen, or something you can help you see. But yes, go ahead, and if you're on Spotify too, thanks for subscribing, listening. Here we go. Let's start the show. So Blue Protocol, the beta happened. This is an MMO, an action MMO, anime style, coming from Bandai Namco. And did you know it was coming out this spring?
Yes, I did.
I had no, like, for whatever reason, I thought it was going to be later this year.
They kind of announced it at the Game Awards, right?
Yeah, I guess I just didn't pay attention to it. I know we've talked about it because I thought it was just 2023, like, blanket release kind of thing. But I looked on the website, and for Japan, it's 2023 spring. And then for the rest of the world, they have the regions on the website, actually. It's coming out in like the last half of 2023. So
okay. Thank God we live in Japan.
Yeah. I mean, we played the closed beta. How much did you play? I only played around, I want to say like 5 hours. I played on stream, then I played some off stream the following day.
I actually never got to play too much. I was not busy. Well, what was I doing? I made a YouTube video on the weekend, so that actually took a lot of my time.
It takes a lot of time.
Yeah, but I did play the first, like, past the initial tutorial part of the game, I guess, and then past the first dungeon, and just to where you start unlocking a lot of your abilities, when they teach you how to like craft armor, basically, like what a recipe is, and then when you start to develop your skills, and you can kind of split them between the alpha and beta branches. I mean, we can talk a little bit more about that later, but yeah, it's good. I mean, it's still Blue Protocol. I did notice initial like from the get-go, actually I did notice a couple changes from the last time we played the game in closed beta, which was 2 years ago at this point. Insane. Did you notice changes, or is it the exact same? I
mean, I don't know. Like, so I thought that it could have been that my previous PC didn't run it at whatever the highest specs were.
Oh, right, you have a new PC, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So immediately I noticed
Well,
that a lot
since
of
then,
the
I mean, but yeah.
yeah, yeah, since then I would like to say that it looked better. Like the game actually looked sharper, clear, but it still retained like the same uh obviously the style and everything. Like when you got to like the cutscenes with the characters and stuff, all that stuff was the same. I will say, like, even the beta itself, I felt like was exactly the same beta that we played, and I can't say throughout the entirety of it because I got to around the same point you did, with like crafting items and armor and stuff like that. But it felt like it was actually the same beta, just everything newly implemented, such as the mounts. They gave us a free mount. You could try it
Oh,
out.
thank God, yeah. They fixed the goddamn stamina
They
system.
fixed the stamina system. You can hop on it, hop off of it pretty quickly. I
That was
think the
so dumb.
was there
Yeah.
a lock on last time?
I want to say yes. I don't know. Actually, I did record a bunch of footage from the first closed beta. I actually didn't review it, but
I don't even remember using the lock on.
could you lock on? I feel like you. I feel like it's such a rudimentary feature that would have lock on, but I don't know.
Like I want to
I
say,
don't know.
I noticed it this time because I was actually doing it, and so I would say like the areas of course were the same. There wasn't like it was crazy how much my memory actually remembered running around certain parts of the map. It,
I
it,
think I didn't use lock on last time I played because I was playing the archer class last time, which I would prefer to just kind of free aim it as if it was
yeah,
like a shooter. But I was using a melee class this time around, and lock on really does help. So
you
maybe
know
that's why I
that
noticed it. Yeah.
honestly, that's probably the difference. That's probably why because I was playing the spellcaster last time, and this
You
time
it's
I
like
was
a yeah. So you're like shooting stuff, right?
right, right. This time I
Yeah.
was using the new class. It's like the
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 heavy
smasher,
smasher.
the heavy smasher.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was the class that I picked as well because I was like, oh, this is new, so I
What
wanted to try it out.
what did you think? Because like early on, I I was looking at the video of the moves. They show you all of the moves for the classes at the character select screen
Hmm.
when you're making a character, and I was like, okay, this is new. This is the one new class, and it is. I'm still hoping there's going to be more classes in the game um, on launch. Like I'm hoping
Mm.
there will be more classes, but it was one of these things where it starts out really slow and it is a heavy weapon, of course,
Yep.
but I don't know if I found the fun in it and if I will need to play. I mean, I definitely need to play more, but it was one of those things where it's very slow to like, feel like you're really doing, I don't know, like some good action oriented stuff. Whereas the spellcaster, it was like pretty immediate. I felt like I was pretty engaged in the combat. I don't know. How about you? Like, what were your thoughts on that
I
weapon?
do know what you're referring to, and I did kind of feel the same way. So the heavy smasher class that we're both talking about is a melee focused class, uh, but their move set is relatively slow, like huge wind up. I mean, like half a second maybe to get your move off, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But the benefit is like you have it's insane damage. It's like very strong. You can like in 2 to 3 hits you can kill an enemy. So I think in raw DPS, like damage per second, it's probably about on par as some of the other classes. Right? It's just like it feels a lot slower.
Right, right.
Um, so I do prefer faster melee classes. So I do know what you're talking about, but I actually ended up kind of enjoying it. It's a bit of a
Mm-hmm.
it's a bit of a different rhythm that I'm used to. So it was nice to kind of like experiment with that. And what makes the heavy smasher class a little more fun for me is the charge system, the reload system.
Oh yeah, that was actually pretty like continue, continue.
So that does give you like a rotation. So the heavy
Mm-hmm.
smasher um has like a set amount of charges on their screen that it just kind of shows like above the skill bar.
Mm-hmm.
And all of your skills minus normal attack uh use a different amount of charges. So like your first skill will use like 3 of these charges, and the next one you learn will do like two charges or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever is bound to right click, that's 1 charge, right?
Right, right.
So once you're out of charges, or you don't have enough charges to do the skill that you want, you have to reload your weapon. It sounds like dumb. You have to reload your hammer. It's the stupidest thing, but it
It, it
sounds. It
It,
sounds dumb. You have to reload your hammer, right?
if you've played
Yeah.
Monster Hunter, it's very close to like a charge axe or
The
a slash
charge
axe,
axe,
whatever.
right?
Yeah, like if you run out
Yeah.
of charge, you
Yep.
replace your files. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. That's a good way to put it. So really efficient rotation with the heavy smasher involves you using your classes, or not classes, using your skills so you perfectly get to 0 charges. Because what you want to do is if you reload your hammer from 0, you get a bonus 2 charges.
Yep. Yep.
If you reload your hammer any other time, like you have 3 charges left, 1 charge left, if you reload your hammer, then you'll have like the normal amount. But going from 0 gives you 2 bonus charges, which gives you a longer rotation when you're going through your charges again. So it's efficient rotation would be like knowing what skills to use in order, and so you get perfectly down to 0, and then you can reload again.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I kind of like that. I think that's kind of fun. It's fun to like. I like figuring out a rotation when it comes to MMO combat. I like
Mhm.
learning like use this skill, then this skill, then this skill. I don't know. It's not like a. It's just fun to me. You know what I
But
mean?
I,
But yeah.
I mean, it is one of those things that I didn't pick up on it till like a little bit. I was like, wait, why am I getting like extra? I thought there were bullets, like kind of the icons, anyways. And I was like, why am I
Yeah,
getting
they do
extra
look like bullets. Yeah, they
sometimes?
look like bullets. Yeah.
And I was trying to remember because when I was playing the spellcaster, I remembered that if I did a click like an attack at a certain timing, I got like a bonus buff to my basic attacks. And this operates the same way. So I'm assuming that every weapon has that built in. Like if you reload or if you do something at a certain time, your weapon's going to get a buff of some sort. Or in
Yeah.
this case, you're going to get more. You get more back, which keeps you engaged
Right.
in the feedback loop of it.
Look, so the combat's a little more fun. Yeah. So when I was
Yeah.
playing Archer, if you timed one of your attacks, in the right way, you get a speed boost, and that boost actually trickles down to your the people who are standing close to you.
Right.
So yeah, so really good party combat in Blue Protocol would be like if your Archer is properly doing their rotation to give everyone a speed boost. And I don't know if the spellcaster has a buff for everyone. Does it affect everyone? I'm not sure, but
I think I can't remember if it did or not. I do remember it gave me higher damage, and there was one for agility as well. But I don't know if it proc
affected
for
everyone.
affected
Yeah.
for everyone. Yeah.
But yeah, basically, I think every class is going to have some kind of perk like that for you to learn to keep you a little more. It's like the active reload. Did you play Gears of War or no?
Oh yeah. It's like an
Yeah, it's like active
for Gears.
reload. Yeah, for Gears of War. Yeah.
Yeah. And what's cool about this, we mentioned that it is an action MMO, but you do have like a dodge roll that you can do, in every direction.
Yep.
If you just double tap it or whatever, and
Or hit control. Yeah.
or hit control. And I found myself forgetting that, and then when I remembered, I was like, oh, okay, that's right. So I can like dodge
if you're playing
out of-
Heavy Smasher, yeah, you have to use that to get behind people. Yeah.
to get behind them, or just
Yeah.
dodge some of their attacks, because they're sticky. They will get you. But that's cool, and I gotta say, like, that was my experience, at least for that weapon. I think I might try if I'm gonna go melee, I might go
Dual
like the
axe?
sword shield.
Oh man, I would do dual axe. That I love speed when it comes to combat too.
Dude, it is nice to see like when people like run by you and you see what they're doing, you're like, man, I kind of want to
that
use
looks
that weapon.
cool. Yeah, that looks cool.
So, I mean, that's pretty much kind of a little bit of the combat overview. It's just an action game, a little bit of an action MMO. I don't think there's anything specifically different there. You do have these imagine shards,
So they're
which are
kind of like
essentially
they're like summons, kind of maybe, or
kind of like mini enemy summons. Like,
I guess they're. I guess a good way to put it is universal skills that you can put on any class.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Because you can equip them. They're skills basically. You hit like they're mapped to 1 or 2 or 3 on your keyboard if you're playing on a keyboard. But they're treated as items, so you can put them on any class basically.
There we go. Just pulling up a screenshot of it really quickly. I don't have it equipped in this.
They're called Imagines. I don't know if they're going to change that name for the English release, but whatever.
It works for whatever they are, but you have 2 slots for them, and like I said, maybe
It's
you get
one.
more
It's
of
1
them.
and 2 then. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's also different buffs that you can get within your weapon, and also to deal damage to specific enemies that you can craft. So that there's a lot of stuff in the little crafting here. And I don't know, what do you think of the UI? Because like I don't think it changed. I can't remember.
No, I think the UI
like
is, as far as I can tell, the UI is the same. I
It
don't know. It's okay.
it was okay. It's okay.
Did you?
Yeah. What?
So go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say like some parts of this game for whatever reason feel still bare. Like the UI wasn't bad or anything, but I don't. Was it intuitive, or is this because I don't come from a background of playing a lot of MMOs? But what was it comparable to like FF14, or is it just did it feel a little bit cumbersome?
I don't think it was. I mean, it could be that you don't play a lot of MMOs. I
Yeah.
didn't find it too much. I can understand how if you jump into 14, it's overwhelming. I'm sure it is actually. To new players, at least to some new players. But here's a question: were you playing on keyboard and mouse, or were you playing on a controller?
So I actually played a little bit on keyboard and mouse for a little bit of the tutorial because I think that's something that they did add. You can even do. I know it had control outputs or inputs for Xbox controller,
And DualSense as
PS4,
well.
and
Yeah.
DualSense. So I tried out the DualSense, and yeah, I mean, like it was fine. But at the end of the day, I was just like, let me just mouse and keyboard this. I'm sorry.
I feel like, I mean, combat is debatable, key controller or keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's serviceable on controller. I just feel like the menu navigation is a little more suited for keyboard and mouse, 'cause there's a lot of
It didn't
things to
feel.
click. There's a lot of things to click. So, yeah. Do you have a cursor when you're using a controller, or no? Like, there's no analog stick mapped to
I
cursor kind of
noticed
thing.
that it was using the mouse, at least in the menus, like the option menus. Like when I would like, you know, try to hover over something. Yeah, it was hovering the mouse as opposed to like hovering over each option and going, selecting it
So you can't
individually.
like tab through it like with a D-pad or anything.
Yeah, I
No.
did at least when I was using the analog nub. Now, if you try the D-pad, maybe it does switch to that, but the good thing is you could kind of free flow. You could switch in between too, like use
I mean,
your
if you're playing on a computer, then yeah, you can touch your
you
mouse.
can
It's still
touch
in
your
front of
mouse.
you. Yeah.
And
Is this game on console or no?
it will be on console. It's coming to Xbox
PS5.
and PS5.
Okay, so that's a gigantic question then, because most of console players, I would say, are probably sitting on a couch and maybe don't have a mouse in front of them. So the menu would be a little bit more jank, I would assume, for those players.
And maybe they'll get a different layout of some sort for theirs, just because it's. I mean,
I think they
we
would do
never
well
knew.
to take a page out of FF14, because that game handles console, but controller players rather extremely well.
Mhm.
The moment you plug in a controller to 14, the whole UI just changes.
Just changes. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. Hold on,
So
really quick. What are these? PS5 and Steam, Xbox Series XS. So everything that's current,
current gen, and
current
except for
gen,
the Switch.
except
Fuck
for
you,
this,
Switch.
except for the Switch, who can only
Yeah.
run Breath of the Wild, and maybe.
But yeah, I don't know. Has your opinion on Blue Protocol changed since the last beta?
I want to say that I left it a little bit lukewarm only because it's been such a long time. It's like you said, it's been 2 years since we last checked in with it. We actually got to play it, right? And I don't know why my mind was thinking like, oh yeah, this is the starting area, but my mind was like, oh, I'm going to see something different, right? Because that first beta, like I know you played it a lot, I played it a lot. I played like all the way through, got all the
Yeah, I
stuff I
finished the
could get.
story. Yeah,
Yeah, and that's
or chapter one
essentially
rather.
chapter
Yeah.
1, and that's what they were offering this time. So in
Yep.
some ways, I didn't feel outside of the new weapon, I didn't feel too incentivized to like play it as much. Um, outside
Yeah.
of out of like the looks, like okay, how's it looking?
I
How's
know.
it
Yeah.
feel? Yeah,
I know what you mean. I mean, I felt kind of the same way. The magic was kind of lost in a sense. I'm not saying it was bad or anything. I'm just like, I've seen this before.
yeah.
And I wasn't motivated to like play a lot because I know at the end of the day it's a closed beta and I'm gonna like lose my progress anyways.
True.
If they were just like, oh, you'll carry this over to open beta or something like that, or even final release, I'm like, oh, I better like take care of my character. I want to like
Like actually,
yeah. I want to play because then by the time this is released, like I don't have to start from the beginning again.
how did the
But
character creator work for you? It ran slow on my computer again.
and it was fine. It was
I
fine,
don't know
man.
what
I
it
don't
is about
know.
that
I don't
character
know what to
creator.
tell you.
Maybe it's because I was streaming it and the same thing happened, but I would notice
That could be it.
that happened, and there were some not graphical, but some like hiccups, which I assume were just server side related, right? There
So
was
I did
some
notice
stuttering.
in town. So just for reference, I was playing at 1440p, high settings, uncapped frame rate. Um, and I noticed in town, like the hub town,
Mhm.
I would typically hover around 45 frames per second,
Yeah, yeah,
which is like I guess that's okay, but
yeah.
in the fields with less combat, less people, I'd be hitting like a 150, 160, no problem. So
Yeah,
it
the
definitely you,
actual
you do lose frames in town. There's so many people around. So
dude, when you teleport in too for the first time, like when you teleport in, there was one time I was stuck for 10 seconds. Like it was just there loading, trying to put me in town, and I was like,
oh,
oh,
that's
okay.
that's server issues, man.
That
That's
yeah,
server
yeah,
issues.
that's
Yeah,
servers. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So like I almost wanted to avoid going to town sometimes.
Yeah, because
Just
even if you had quests to turn in or something like
even if
that,
I had
or
quests to turn in, I'm like, I don't want to go. But
no,
you know what I did realize the second day I played was I had forgotten that there's teleport like
fast
portals
travel.
spots. Yeah, there's fast travel spots
That's so
all around the
funny.
city that I'd forgot. Like, oh yeah, I remember like exploring
Yeah,
the
you can
city, getting
fast
all
travel to
this.
different. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Um, but overall, like I will say, it's still beautiful. Like I
hmm
still found myself in the world, just kind of looking at the sky, just looking at the sky, and just kind of chilling. And
yeah. It's got a good aesthetic. I think it's I don't know. It's not quite. And people might compare it to Genshin Impact, which is I can understand why you make that assumption.
yeah,
Uh,
now, yeah,
especially when the game comes out in the US or in English rather, because people were like, "Oh, Amazon wants to slice that Genshin pie," and I'm like, "Oh, I can kind of see where you're coming from," but it's
hmm,
not quite the same. For starters, this is not going to be out on a mobile device. It's
true.
console and PC only, and you can see the experience is tailored towards people who are playing with a keyboard and mouse or a controller.
Complete. Yep, completely
But
different genre too.
I do think it's visually just kind of different enough. It's way more anime style. It's flatter, if you know what I mean. I don't
It
mean that it's completely 2D, but Genshin is 3. Like the models really feel 3D, but like even the cutscenes they look like almost like anime cutscenes. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes. I want to see if I can pull up a cutscene really quickly. But I mean, like, yeah, like you said, like the models are. I mean, they're pretty much.
I mean, a lot
There
of
we
it
go.
is the
I
visual
I would say they're more
style.
comparable to like Sword Art Online, looks wise. At least my
The
character
anime or one of the games.
or the anime. I feel a little bit more like closer to that for whatever reason. But I mean, like you said, I don't feel close to. I don't feel like it's anywhere near Genshin. I don't feel like the explorations like Genshin or anything like that, or the combat. But you know
I like
the
this way better than Genshin's combat. This to me, this is way more fun. Yeah.
but you brought up a good point with Genshin. Like things have just changed in 2 years that this game has been, and I don't know, absent but not absent because it was really only shown to like Japanese audiences for the longest time anyway. So I
Yeah, all
mean,
the betas have been in Japan, so
they'll probably have another closed beta or an open beta.
they might do an open. I mean, if they are going to do an open beta, it'll have to be soon, like in the next month or two.
Yeah, I mean they've got to get the servers ready for, I guess, on Amazon's side because that's who's publishing it for the rest of the world. And I did pull up the countries. It's going to be North and South America, Western Europe, Australia, and New Zealand.
Wait,
For
North America, right?
yeah, North and South America.
Not
Yeah.
like you, because I can imagine like fuck you, Canada. Like, I can't even imagine.
Canada's
Yeah,
like, why
I
would you leave us
understand.
out?
Yeah.
And the supported languages are English, French, German, Spanish, and Brazilian Portuguese.
That's pretty good. I'm curious actually when the game is fully released for everyone and for Japan. When we're playing, I presume you're gonna play on Japanese servers, right? Or do you intend to try to play on uh Western servers?
Well, if they do it like Lost Ark, we don't have a choice if we play like in Japan. Like if we download the Japanese version or from Steam, if we download it from Steam, or no, it won't be available to us through Steam probably. It'll
No,
only
this is
be
gonna be treated the
Bandai
same way
launcher.
that this is the Gundam Evolution, the Gundam Evolution all over again. So for anyone who doesn't know, Gundam Evolution is on Steam unless you're in
Hmm.
Japan. If
Yeah,
you are in Japan, Gundam Evolution is exclusively through Bandai Namco's own launcher.
online. Yep. So I have the
Yeah.
launcher. So yeah, we'll be playing through the launcher, which means that we can't. More than likely, if they do it like Amazon, we won't be able to play on North America servers or something like that. It'll just be
I gotta
completely
say
separate.
though, I've been playing, or I don't play anymore, but I was playing Gundam Evolution. I downloaded it on Steam because my
Mhm.
account is still Canada,
That's
and I was
right.
playing on Japanese servers.
So I wonder how they're gonna treat it. Like,
I think it'll be way more tightly regulated because of content release schedule. Because if it's anything like Lost Ark, which is again published by Amazon for Western audiences,
mhm.
I think the content is slightly different. It comes out maybe in Korea first, right, and then
Right.
everywhere else later. If Blue Protocol is anything like that, I'm gonna play in Japan because I want all the new content
Well,
first.
we should be
Yeah,
some sort of like arc ahead, right? There should be some minimal arc ahead that
maybe
will
maybe
be
like a
because
patch ahead. I don't know, like a whole
yeah,
story arc ahead, but maybe one patch
a
ahead.
patch ahead
Yeah.
makes the most sense because they are coming out in the same year. Whereas Lost Ark was out for X amount of years before and had
Yeah, yeah. I'm curious. Like, so the game is launching in the spring. For Japan, Blue Protocol. I mean, by the time it comes out in other countries, the game will be updated. I presume at least once or twice. So when
yeah.
it does launch in everywhere else, are they going to be patch parity? Or they're like, oh, there's a new version of the game. Everyone else is getting this version
Everyone's
right
getting this
now.
version, but here's the Bandai Namco launcher client version.
But anyways, yeah.
Uh,
So in Japan, we're going to be playing on through the Bandai Namco launcher. I don't know how servers are going to be handled. Since it's an MMO, I would expect players to be split on different servers. I just think that's good normal, just to manage the player base. Because to have all your players on one server, that's insane. You can't do that.
that's true. That's true. That'd be
If we had problems loading into town on just
dude.
the Japanese server, like good fucking luck, like every player in the world,
Everyone
that
loading
one
in. It's
town,
just
yeah, no way.
because I mean, like FF14 has a
Multiple
crap ton of
servers.
like multiple servers in multiple
So many
regions.
servers, dude.
I get the
Yeah.
feeling this is going to be legit one. It feels like one server per region. But with Amazon, they're going to have their multiple servers, I assume. And then for Japan, it might just be one Japanese server.
It could be just Japan. I bet you.
It
You know
could just
what? I
be
bet you
just
it's gonna be
Japan.
Japan server. Yeah.
It is Japan, one nation.
Yeah, one
So,
server. Yeah.
one server. Um, so that's Blue Protocol. I don't know if I want to stream the game more, but then I
Yeah. I want.
realized,
Me too. Me too.
dude,
Me
I
too.
realized when I was streaming it to my to chat, this game is only in Japanese.
Yeah.
No one
Actually, I was gonna ask you,
understands.
like, when the game comes out, do you think we're gonna be able to switch the UI to English because it has an English release, or are they gonna
That's what
split
I'm.
it somehow? Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering because I ended up just doing like translations for one point,
I've had to do that sometimes. It's
and
yeah.
I mean it's fine. It's fine. It's just one of those things where you're like, they want to see what you're doing, or even the quest on the side. If they can just look at it and see, oh,
I
this
just
is
get
what's
worried. Yeah.
happening.
When I stream Japanese games, I'm like, do you guys even know like what's going on? Like, are you bored? Like.
Like, yeah, are you bored? Are you less attentive? Or because like for a moment they were pretty engaged with it, but then it's kind of just one of those things where you don't know what's happening. We're used to hearing Japanese, so even if we don't understand what's being said, it doesn't bother us. You know what I mean? But for if it's not your native
Yeah,
language,
I don't know.
so
I don't know if you noticed this, but actually I did notice that the cutscenes have been redone. There's more voice acting, so player
oh yeah,
character,
he did say more this time.
yeah, your player character has more lines, spoken lines,
Mm-hmm.
which is a bit of a rarity for MMOs because just the nature of MMOs means how do you voice the main character for a MMO? You can be anything, like multiple genders and classes and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I remember in the first beta that we did 2 years ago, your character did have a spoken line, and it was at the very end of chapter 1, right for that boss encounter.
This time he has it like at the very beginning.
Yeah, at the very beginning,
Almost,
first
yeah.
cutscene, you were already talking, and I'm like, oh shit! And like, okay, so that tells me that in the last 2 years, they went back and they redid some of these cutscenes just to improve the storytelling, which I think is kind of cool. Because like it's not one thing to work on your game mechanically and code wise and everything, but for them to care enough about the cutscenes to be like, oh, let's make these a little better. They're almost the same cutscenes, just a tiny bit different. And the fact that they went and like just redid them is, I think, kind of cool, kind of interesting, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say that not only did they redo some of the cutscenes, but I didn't notice that there were more characters just in like more main characters in that opening cutscene that
Yeah,
they
the
had.
lock and seal, the lock and seal opening theme.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see if I can
Yeah,
find that really quickly. I feel
yeah.
like they went back. Maybe they didn't even go back. It just seems like there was a main character that we just never knew about, who was never in, like this dude right
So
here.
I don't know if that
This
okay.
was not in the first beta. He wasn't even. We never even saw him. I don't know where he came from.
This guy, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah. I'm curious. I think just from the vibe that I got from watching the opening scene, you know, with the Lock and Seal theme song.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, when we play through this game, are we gonna meet these people, and are these people gonna be like the main characters, and we're like just tagging along?
Because I feel like, yeah, because I don't know, like, are we this entity that we kind of were introduced? Are we
that we like destroyed or whatever?
Yeah, are we just some stray within this world who's, of course, we're trying to get our memories back, but yeah, like this whole thing.
Yeah, the opening cutscene, there's like 5 main characters, and I'm like,
yeah,
are we in this group, or like,
because,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, the first game or the first beta, it was clearly we were the main characters. I don't care how they spun it. We were the main character in that game.
Yeah, but like, you look at this cutscene right now, that, you know, this is like a very stereotypical anime opening. Yeah, and they're showing all the main characters and where they're from and their hometowns and that kind of. It's if you've seen at least like 3 different animes, you kind of know what we're talking about right now.
The camera pan up quickly.
Yeah, the pan up, the classic. Oh my god, and to the logo,
someone
right?
Drops down, hold up, and someone drops down, and
someone's running. Okay, in every anime opening, someone or some ones are like running for some reason, like they're running to something or something like that. Yeah. Like, think about it. Like, you always see the main character like running sideways or something like that.
Head tilts.
Anyways, it's a very stereotypical anime opening. And these guys look like the main characters. And so I want to know, like, where do we come into play here? Are we part of this group? You know
Bro, this
is
pretty much his story. I don't know. Like, it's weird because, like you said, yeah, we're not in it. And every cutscene,
like, who's that guy?
The only person we know is what's her name?
Our master. The girl who like tricks us, right?
Yeah. That's about it.
Yeah.
It. Oh, but yeah, we clearly have a cast of characters which we'll be interacting with throughout the game in some form or fashion. And like the main girl we talk to is in the far left.
Yeah, she's so far. Yeah, she's like
a minor character.
Who's the dude in the middle? Who's the dude in the middle?
So like in the previous beta, we interacted with her. We interacted with
Jake.
Which he might be covered. I can't remember which girl it was. Was it the girl up here? The girl. One of them is like the princess or something, right? If I remember.
There's also the time travelers, the siblings.
Which is in the far right. I believe.
The plot twist, by the way, if you're looking forward to Blue Protocol. I'm sorry we spoiled one of the major twists for you.
Don't worry. She wants us to save the world, the future.
Yeah, so the girls, so they come from the future. Spoilers if you're looking forward to Blue Protocol. Yeah.
and then we had like the big baddie, which he was in there, but
you fight him, right?
We fought him at the end of chapter.
Yeah, but it was like not a scripted fight. Like, you did beat him, but he doesn't like die or anything, right?
Yeah, he doesn't die or anything. Yeah. So I guess overall, the only characters we didn't see were like 1, 2, 3, three or 4.
The dude in the middle.
Oh yeah, and the dude in the middle. Dude in the middle. Yes, I swear he has to have a name. Actually,
I mean, I'm sure he will. I don't think is he meant to represent the player character, or like,
no,
you know,
because he fights us potentially. I don't know. I feel like he's a separate character.
We'll find out when the game launches.
We'll find out. The world is on the brink of devastation. Now is the time to unite. March on with friends and strangers and defeat foes beyond your might. Travel through space and time to change the future beyond this fight.
Space and time? If there's legit time travel in this, that's insane.
Who knows? Maybe we'll get to see this guy all the way through his like teens to his 20s to his 30s. Maybe he's like
Yeah,
Clive.
just like Clive. Yeah.
He's like Clive Rosefield. Rick and Clive. Anyway,
Nice.
that was Blue Protocol. We hopefully you all will enjoy it, and we will cover it a little bit more. If you want to find out more information about the game, definitely head out to the website or go to RX Gaming. Usually has great coverage of it. That's actually how I originally found out about it. So they've got some weapon guides, not weapon guides, but class guides up and from the beta, and also some overall look at the crafting from the beta as well. Is there anything else you want to talk about though from Blue Protocol?
I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I've been itching to dive into a game and get like hooked into something like this.
Yeah.
Because I really want a game also that I can like stream casually. So I'm like, I just stream Blue Protocol and every now and then it's like a game that I can. Because like my fallback game for the last year and a half has been Power Wash Simulator. I don't want it to be Power Wash anymore. I like Power Wash, but I want a game like Blue Protocol that we can just chill out to.
I would say almost every one of your streams is a cozy stream.
Like, yeah, I guess most of them.
Yeah, almost all of them. I mean, I guess outside of like the Yakuza, maybe like that you play pretty chill games, but this would be like something like you said you could chill throughout the entirety of the year or 2 or 3.
Yeah, because MMOs are relatively slow-paced experiences. When you really think about it, if you were to make a spreadsheet of your time spent in an MMO, I would say like a huge chunk of it is like in the field, and then a lot of it is just like doing dumb side quests. Like a tiny bit of your MMO experience is actually like the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They gotta space it out. They gotta space it out for you.
They gotta make you play forever. It is a service game, right? So.
And we'll see how the raids go. I didn't get to try out the raids this time. I don't know how they might have changed, and we don't know like what the in-game content for this game is going to be.
Yeah.
Like what you're, after you finish up everything, what it's going to look like. So that'll be another interesting, pretty interesting to see, since it is this team's first time. I assume it could be everyone's first time on the team doing an MMO. I don't know. Maybe they have experience.
Yeah, maybe they pulled in some talent from other games. I don't know. So we'll see. I mean, the game comes out soon, presumably in Japan.
In spring 2023.
I mean, it's spring now, right?
It's spring now. It's kind of like when at Evo Japan, SNK put up like 4 different trailers, like spring. It's in spring, and everyone's like, it's spring now.
It's already spring, yeah.
It's already spring. So we got 3 months essentially, or 4 months. 4 months? 3 months?
Yeah, I'm not. Well, but basically at this point, 3 months, right? Quarter of a year.
Yeah.
Did you already uninstall the beta, by the way?
No, I still have it.
Yeah, same. But like, I'm on the website right now, and it says like, please uninstall the beta. What? Or what? What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? All I'm gonna do is log in. I'm gonna just try to start the game. It says servers disconnected or something like that. I don't know. So that's it, everyone. We will be back next week for another episode, probably on the actual day of our normal recording.
Oh, yes. Maybe. I'll talk to you.
Hopefully. Okay. Maybe. I might have to call in the reinforcements, people.
No, just AI generate my voice.
The AI, if we can find one. I know where they are.
That'd be so fun. You should that'd be a fun podcast. You should try to get like an AI to be your co-host.
I don't know how they work. Like, I don't know how it works in that sense.
So I don't know. I mean, they do have AI generated voice, but obviously to do it in real time as a host,
like someone's typing it, right?
Would be difficult. Yeah.
Or
a lot of the times you can do do prompts. Be like, act as if you are knowledgeable of video games and you have an opinion to give about Devil May Cry 5. And then it would just like spit out like 2 paragraphs for you. And then you could like, if you were going to do it on a podcast, you would just like paste that into like a text-to-speech generator and be like, and then like have that AI, talk for you. It'd be fun.
I remember, because like I for my chat, I was looking up AIs and I found like a bunch of different ones. IBM, if I go to the US, I can actually get into it. But yeah, IBM has a free one. But I remember watching G4. They had a segment that was basically like talking to an AI. It was AI apologizes, and they would find what they were sorry about that week, and they would have the AI write out the apology and then read the AI apology. And some of them were great, but like, yeah, you got to proofread sometimes because you
Yeah,
might get caught.
AI is getting
You
like
might
really
get
really
caught.
spooky, honestly, nowadays. But that'd be fun. If you needed a host, we should go to like Bing, actually, believe it or not, Bing, and then like just give it a prompt. Yeah, be like, you are a video game critic, and you are talking about the merits of, argue the merits of free to play, and then it would honestly give you something,
Which
and you could read it out. Yeah.
we almost forgot. Blue Protocol will be free to play. You almost forgot to mention it.
Yeah. The question is how they're gonna monetize it. Probably with cosmetics, but we'll find out.
Give us them cosmetics for our mounts.
Yeah.
For the doggies.
Yeah.
Anyways, do you have anything you want to promote, or just let them know if they're listening?
I don't know. I'm streaming tomorrow on twitch.tv/Re24. Are you streaming tomorrow as well?
Yes.
Right. So don't watch NinjaTrixta. Watch me instead.
I'm only playing Devil May Cry 5.
I'm gonna play something fun. So come hang out. It's gonna be a wacky time. So
there you go. You can follow me at NinjaTrixta on Twitch as well. Like I said, Devil May Cry 5 and still playing. Link's Revenge, or Link's Breath of the Wild.
Link's Revenge?
Link's
Did you say? Wait, was that a joke? Were you joking just now?
No.
Did you just say Link's Revenge?
I just call it. Me and Link have a special relationship. I call him whatever I want. He's Link. He's Lunk. He's a hunk. He's Lunk.
Link's Revenge is
Link's Revenge.
Such a dumb name that I wish it were real. Like, what kind of game would Link's Revenge be? Like,
Bro,
Zelda gets murdered, and he like.
Look, if Sonic got killed by Sega, we can get it. Let's take away everything from this man and see what he's really thinking after that.
let's see Link on the brink of insanity when he's pushed to his limits and he's nothing left to lose. That's like the tagline. That's the tagline. When Link has nothing left to lose.
Dude, I can just see him in some anime pose, but he's yelling like the guy from, that there's that one Japanese actor that everyone's like, he just keeps, I think it's like Fujiwara Tatsuya. Like, he's famous for just yelling like these anime, like,
I don't think I've seen that, no.
Bro,
but...
I can just see Link just looking up in the sky with tears in his eyes and the rain's falling down.
Yeah, the rain's falling on him, and he's holding the Master Sword and he's like screaming, yeah.
But yeah, the Master Sword's broken. It's broken, man, and he's failed.
Oh, that's like the what's it called? The Unravel meme? Like, just
gosh.
Yeah, Unravel. Oh my god.
Well, if we ever do see Link's Revenge, we'll be the first one to play it, to let you know about it.
Someone make that right now. If you're skilled in game development, or even if you're just a good artist, like just drop some concept like art for a game called Link's Revenge.
There we go. So we'll catch you next week for the No Games podcast, or I'll catch you next week. And yeah, be good to each other. Mario Brothers movie is out. If you are not in Japan, if you're in Japan,
wait, it's already out?
Yeah, came out on the 5th. Or it will come out on the 5th, but for
us,
no
way,
28th for us in Japan for Golden Week.
Why did we have to wait so damn long?
I don't know, but they're doing press tours of it. I've been watching Jack Black dressed up as Bowser appearing on TV shows, and it's been like, some of the stuff has been cool, but then you realize like more of them outside of Jack Black don't play games. Like, are just like, what
yeah, you're fucking right. It is out. It premiered April 1st, Los Angeles, just for the early premiere, and then it comes out the 5th, which is in 2 days if you're in North America right now, and then in Japan we have to wait a whole ass month. What is this shit?
I don't know.
That's
John
bullshit.
Wick 4, John Wick 4 out. Japan, August or September is when we're getting it.
That's so shit. Do you want to hop on a plane
and just go see?
Yeah, that would be so much faster. Fuck. Oh, man. All right.
Well, anyways, we'll catch you later. Enjoy the Mario movie if you can.
Yeah. Don't spoil it, though.
Yeah. Be nice to your neighbors. Don't spoil it.
Right. All right.
Bye-bye.
Where's my thing?
I'm done. Thank you, forever.
Peace.